This is fell running training, Cambridge style. The only place I've got to practice running up and down hills is in this car park. It's climbing a flight of 63 steps, 100 times over, 2 at a time. Each step is 19 centimetres high. It's a total of 1,200 metres up and 1,200 metres down. It's a pretty good simulation of climbing a mountain in Cambridge. The only problem is, I've got 42 mountain peaks in the Bob Graham round. Started from Moot Hall at 03:32, just ignore my walk load. Thank you very much, Clary. See you later. Okay, they're just disappearing at 650 metres. Looks like we're taking off on a plane. Right, Great Calver, 0525, Jake time. Wow, sun's just rising over the back of Glencathra, 0555. Very pretty. Okay, Glencathra, 0636. Doing fine. Cars are a bit tough on that climb. Okay, I'm at the Harold Cowles Road crossing, 0714. Slight unscheduled hitch because I gashed my wrist slightly in my thumb back there, but I'm okay. Patch that up. Oh, 800. Tough climb, but okay. Great Dodge, 0824. Watson Dodge, 0833. Sky Barrow Dodge, 0842. With Ray, 0857. I'm doing fine. Just said good morning to a DV group. It's the first people I've seen. With White Knight, 0907. Helvellyn Lower Man, 0922. Mist clearing a bit, can just see sharp edge down there. No, I mean striding edge, sorry. Right, Helvellyn, 0929. Right, this is Nethermost Pike at 0940. I've just changed my socks. Charmingly named Dollywagon Pike at 0952. I should have said this is Fairfield and it's 10:37. Right, this is Feet Sandal, number 15 at 10:58. Next stop, Langdale Pikes. Right, just going up to Gunmile Raise. It's 11:20. That's the end of section 2. That's 14 miles. I've done 27 so far. Last section is averaging 17.5 8 miles, which is faster than I need to go. Probably too fast. So I'll expect to slow down later. But so far, things are looking fine. This is Steel Fell at 11:46. Okay, it's 12:12 and this is Clark Crag. Okay, it's 12:51. Here's High Raise after miles of horrible bog. Just check out the mountains beyond. I'm doing most of those in due course. Tanakar Knots at 13:17. Time for my third Snickers bar of the day. Right, it's Harrison Stickle, peak 21, 13:26. I've done about 33 miles, so I'm kind of halfway in about 10 hours. And there's a lot of tough stuff to go, but it's looking good so far. It's Pike of Stickle, that's 13:39. Pike, and it's 14:28. The RAF out to meet me at Mossop Pike. So far, 14:57. A couple of small ones and then Starfell Pike next. Great winds, 15:47. Dragon, 16:04. Feeling better now. 16:15. Starfell Pike, 16:29. Didn't really expect to have this one to myself. Scarfell looking imposing. I'm not going to go up broad stand, it's too scary for me. I'm going to drop down and then go up the other way. Right, 16:58, I'm following this completely awesome gorge back up to the top of Scarfell. Right, Scarfell, 17:19. Just going to watch the road in Wasdale, it's 18:01. Right, it's 18:50 and this is Barrow, number 31. I don't know if this little peak has a name, just along the ridge from Barrow. But I want to do an extra one because I'm 43, so 43 peaks would be better than 42. Anyway, it's better than the rocky path going off the side. It's 19:36. This is Red Pike, peak number 32, so there's 10 left where some of them are tough and it's going to get dark. I've got 8 hours remaining, could be close. Steeple at 19:55. 27, this is Pillar. 8 peaks left, only 7 hours. I'm doing okay actually, but I don't know if I've got enough time. 21:23 and this is Kirk Fell. It's quite a tricky climb, so I'm glad I had a smidgen of daylight left for this one. Right, next stop over there. Great Gable at 22:07. 22:27, this is Green Gable. Okay, it's 22:48 and this is Brandreth, and I can see the lights of Keswick up ahead, I think, which is lovely. Grey knots, it's 23:02. Okay, it's 23:28, I'm at the Honister Slate Mine. It's 00:05. Here's Dalehead. I've only got Hinesgarth and Robinson to go, so surely I can do that in 2 hours and 20 minutes. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, it's 00:27. This is Hinesgarth. Last but one, just Robinson to go. Oh, hallelujah! It's Robinson, the last one. I'm actually feeling quite perky. I'll have to get down safely, and I've got it in a bag. It's 00:56. Oh, joy! The Moot Hall. The end. See that door? That's where I finished. It's 02:38. I'm ready to stop my stopwatch. Oh, these stairs. Stopwatch stopped it, and it's 23 hours, 6 minutes, and 28 seconds. Ah. Let me just kiss the door handle. Ah. So 23 hours and 6 minutes. Solo, unsupported, also of course unverified and unwitnessed. Not exactly a record, but not bad for a newbie, a native of Cambridge, carrying a quite heavy bag full of safety kit. That'll do me. Good night. Right, I've just unpacked my rucksack from after my unsupported Bob Graham round, and I realise it's a great opportunity to show what I got through during the day, and also what I had left, which could be really useful for anyone who's planning a similar adventure. So in terms of what I had left, which I didn't need, I had a waterproof map case with various emergency things in, like a map and some cash for a taxi, medicines, plasters, antiseptic, that sort of thing. There was a whistle and compass attached to that map case too. I had a survival bag and another disposable waterproof layer and some warm layers, just in case I got stuck up a mountain alone at night. Bit of loo paper left. The handheld GPS was still going on its first set of batteries. I actually had a second set in the camera which I could have raided if necessary. Head torch was on its second set of batteries and was doing alright. I had a third set of batteries for the head torch, in fact even a fourth set inside the walkie-talkie. The walkie-talkie too was just for emergencies, and obviously I didn't need that. I was also carrying a pen torch, which is quite bright, both as a backup for the head torch and so that I could see what I was doing when I was changing batteries in the head torch. I had enough sterilising tablets to make up another 4 litres of water, and I had 1100 calories of food in reserve too, which again could have been useful if I'd had a bad situation. And what did I use? I used my kind of lightweight waterproof layer basically as a wind shell. To be honest, the weather was so lovely I could have done without that, just using a non-waterproof layer which I also had. My emergency phone, which works on all networks, I used up most of the battery in that, sending a lot of text messages back home so that I'd have a good last name position if anything went horribly wrong. I used 2 bottles of sports drink, one of which I drank before I left home. I actually used up 2 sticking plasters and antiseptic because I gashed my hand and wrist a little bit sliding down some rock. I used up the whole battery on the Garmin 310 XT after about 14 hours, and then I switched to the handheld GPS. I used 1 set of head torch batteries up. I had about 3/4 of a very large sliced malt loaf on my way to the Moot Hall. I made up and drank 6 litres of stream water during the day. I consumed 8 caffeinated energy gels, most of them late in the day. I had 6 Snickers bars and also 9 cereal bars. So I know that reasonably accurately I got through about 7 litres of liquid, and that I also consumed about 5,300 calories, which sounds like a lot, but actually let's say that my energy consumption was maybe a few hundred calories per hour above normal, as the exercise intensity wasn't always that great. Sometimes it was, but that really adds up over 23 hours to maybe 10,000 calories, something like that. So I probably only consumed about half the calories I'd burnt. I also ended the day rather thirsty because
Well, I stayed well hydrated for most of it. For the last couple of hours I stupidly stopped drinking, and so I could have easily got through some more water. And here's what I wore. My shoes were X-Talon 212s. They're really good. They've got an excellent grippy sole that's also thick enough to protect your feet from rocks. I've got some X-Talon 190s as well, which are a bit lighter, but their soles will be too thin for the rocky ground in the lakes. These are X-Socks Marathon socks, which are light and pretty comfortable. I knew my feet would get saturated early on in the round, and the plan was that I'd change socks once I got past the really boggy bits and put these sealskins waterproof socks on instead to keep my feet dry. But actually these leaked like anything and started to rub a bit, so that was a mistake, and I went back to the X socks and then my feet were fine. Perfectly ordinary pair of old lycra shorts, a short-sleeved cycling top actually with a collar, and the collar is really important for keeping the rucksack straps off my neck. And also had a long-sleeved fluorescent yellow top for if it was cooler. And I chose the same colour so that my wife could describe what I was wearing more easily if I got into trouble. And here's the rucksack I use. It's an Innovate Race Pro 22. I know it's really comfortable because I use it the whole time when I'm running to and from work. It's got side pockets in the waistband, so I use one of those for my emergency phone, one for the camera. It's also got compartments for drink bottles, so I've got one on each side there, and those are filled alternately with stream water and left sterilising tablets in. It has got an integral compartment at the back that you can get into separately, that's intended to have their water pouch. I found the water system a bit awkward, certainly no good for the Bob Graham round where you want to keep refilling it, and that would be very tricky. But that compartment intended for water was actually a really good space to shovel my rubbish into, all the wrappers from the cereal bars and things like that, so that they didn't contaminate the rest of the stuff in my rucksack.